welcome to our channel. In the last session, we discussed forms concepts, and in this session also, we will continue the same forms what we discussed in the last session. What is a form? Why we are using forms? So, the form tag. After that, different attributes. We discussed briefly what are the different attributes that are present in the form tag. And then we completed the form tag, label, input, text area. These tags are completed in the last session. So the label purpose is simply to give the name, input tag with different types of attribute, type attribute with different types of values, text, password, checkbox, radio, submit, reset. All these things are completed along with different attributes, name attribute, value, placeholder, size, max length, read only, disabled, checked. All these are completed with the input tag with examples. Now, it is input tag consists of one type text which is used for single text box, and another tag is there, text area, which is used for storing multi-line text. There we discussed how many number of rows and columns. These rows and columns are also discussed. Anyway, we will discuss multiple in the selection. Okay, these things are completed in the last session. Now, in this session, move to select tag. What is the purpose of select tag? Simply to create a drop-down list. Okay, so while filling application form, some drop-down list is happened. So such type of drop-down list are created by using select tag. What are the main attributes? Disabled. The purpose is you can disable the drop-down list name. The name of the drop-down list for validation, JavaScript validation purpose, multiple. Generally, only one option is possible to select. If you given multiple in the sense, multiple options can be selected at once. Size specifies the number of options that are visible in the drop-down list. By default, only one option is visible. If you given any size, that many number. So these are the attributes for select. But only select tag is not sufficient for creating a drop-down list. Inside the select tag, you are writing one more tag, Optgroup. The purpose is to group the related options. For example, all the options related to vegetables, that is one group, related to fruits, that is one group, related to some bakery, that is one group, related to cars, that is one group. So to group the related items, we are using opt group. So that attributes are, we can give a label for the group. We can give a label for the group. If you want, if you do not require that group, you can disable the group also. Now, inside the opt group, the most important option. This option tag is used for creating option. Drop-down list consists of some options. How the options are created? By using this options tag. Here, you can give a label to the particular option. You can give disabled, means that particular option is disabled, and selected means whenever the page load, by default which option to be displayed, and value. So simply the value that is sent to the server. Clear? Now We will discuss all these things with an example. First, create one form tag. Within the form, what is the first step? Create select tag. Under this select, Optgroup. So here Optgroup have two attributes. One is label, second one is disabled. First I am using label is equal to, for example, vegetables. You can give any name. So one Optgroup is created. Within this, what is the name of the group? The group name is vegetables. Within this, you can create multiple number of options. For example, tomato. Here, simply I am copying this option. After that, I will change. Some brinjal. Better God. Whatever it is. Chili. Some lady finger. Like this, one Optgroup is created, the group name. Similarly, if you want, you can create another group and I will show you. Not copied properly. Copy. Control C. Now, okay. So here for this group, I given name as some fruits. Here give some fruit names. Apple, banana, suppose grapes, orange, mango. Now understand. So right now I am using only one attribute label. Here I am creating two groups. Here I am creating two groups. Now copy the path and execute. Okay. 1 second. One second. Copy the path. Enter. Here observe. So click. Here two groups are created. The first group name is vegetable. It consists of these options. Select second group name is fruits. You can select only one. Whatever you want, you can select that particular thing. You can select that particular one. Clear? Now apply the different label, different attributes that what we discussed. Suppose option attribute consists of disabled. What is mean by disabled? That particular option is not visible. That means it is not possible to select the option. Here I given disabled for banana. Here see, previously banana visible, now not executed. Refresh. Now observe that banana is disabled. It is not possible to select. That is disabled option. Here not only this, you can write the disabled for Optgroup also. Means the complete group is disabled. Refresh. Observe, the complete group is disabled. Now everyone clear with disabled. Now save. Here refresh. By default, the first one is visible. The first one is selected. Sir, I doesn't want the first one. I want grapes always. Whenever the page is loaded, grapes need to be displayed. For that, you can write selected. Option selected. For which one you written selected, each and every time refresh, by default that is displayed. Whenever the page is open, that is displayed. Clear? Now see this one. Here disabled is clear, name is clear. Name is just for validation purpose. Now select multiple and size. What is the purpose of multiple? The multiple purpose is simply it is a Boolean attribute. So multiple options can be selected. Simply that is for select. Remember, see here, multiple. This attribute is available under select. Attribute available under select. Select multiple. You can give the value also multiple, means the multiple number of options you can select. Previously one is possible. Now here I am selecting one, 2, 3. You got it? So that is the purpose of multiple. Now, what is the remaining? Size. Size specifies how many number of options that are visible. By default, size is equal to 1. By default, you understand? Only one option is displayed. If you given size is equal to some 3. Save and refresh. Now observe how many are visible to you? 3. How many are visible to you? 3. Okay, clear. Remember, I will explain one more time. Suppose if you given multiple, save, how many? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, if you given multiple option, by default, 4 are displayed. By default, 4, including the name, only 4 rows are displayed. If you are not given any multiple option, only one is displayed. And if you are using size, so that display that many number of options. How many number you want? That many number of options are visible to you. Clear? So this is the way to create a drop-down list. This is the way to create a drop-down list. The next one is field set. So the field set is used to group the related data in the form. To group a related data in a form. Simple thing. The field set draws a box around the fields. For example, so 5 fields are there. That 5 fields a group that are grouped by using a box. That are grouped by using a box. Okay. Now, before explaining example, one more thing. Legend. The legend tag is used to give a caption for the field set element. Legend is used to give a caption for the field set element. Okay. Now remove all this. Field set. So within the field set, if you want, you can give legend. Suppose some name is given cars. Here type anything, input, type is equal to checkbox. Okay, name is equal to suppose checkbox. Here you can give, for example, Swift. Like this. Anyway, understand field set. Suppose name here. Here I have some 4 inputs elements. So the purpose of field set is to group all these elements. Now execute this one, then you will get an idea. Observe cars, Swift, Honda. This is happened. Okay. One now, if you want, you can create multiple field sets. Suppose Swift to Suzuki, I create like this. Now, actually group. So, why it is not grouped? Field search. Now, observe the output. So, all these are a groups. For this, one box is created. For this, one box is created. This is a group. For example, I am creating one more field search. So assume this is another group. So another box is created. You got it? So you are filling some resume or etc. etc. Each and every box has separate. That information is written inside the field search. Inside the field search. So the legend is used for giving the name, and the legend have attribute align. Simply you understand the align attribute. Line is equal to some right. What is the meaning? The place. Align purpose is simply the position of that heading. So here the position either left to or center or right. You can place at any position. Now coming to the next one, action, where it occurs in the form tag. Form tag, action attribute is there, method attribute is there, target attribute is there. Now coming to action, what happened? The action attribute purpose is the action to be performed when the form is submitted. Once you submit the form, what is the action that you want to do? Okay, clear? Now I am removing all these field sets. The field set is not at all important. Now form, within the form. This is an attribute of form. So right here, you can give any name just for validation, even though you are not given, not a problem. Action is equal to, action is equal to, for example, YouTube, whatever it is. Just one thing. YouTube. View your channel. So just I copied this one. I copied this one. Now understand what happened. Action. Think you got it? Whenever the user submit the form, whenever user submit the form, this is happened. You can give anything. You can give the previously, suppose briefly I will write label, username. I think everyone know this one. Input type is equal to text. Input type is equal to some text. Label, password. Label. Input type is equal to password. Input type is equal to submit. Save. Move to here. Forms. Right click. I given the username. Okay. I given some password 123. Click on submit. Observe carefully what happened. Whenever I submit, it moves to the page. I think everyone clear? Action specifies once you submit the values where you are moving. Here, not only a link, you can give anything by clicking on the submit button. Just by click on the submit button, you are moving into that particular page. That is action attribute. Now, target attribute. Meaning of target attribute is, here if you observe carefully, here I click on, suppose I given some password, I click on submit. Where I am, that is opened, the result is opened in the same page. The result is opened in the same page. The purpose of target attribute. So one value, if you given blank, the response is move to the new window, self, in the current window. Suppose if you are using the frame concept, in the same frame, top, the complete full body, that is the complete window. Anyway, I will show you one example. Suppose action target is equal to, you can give any target, suppose blank. Save and refresh. Observe, I given some username and some password, submit. The result is displayed in the new window. You clear the point? The result is displayed in the new window. Suppose top, refresh. See, the same page, but it is displayed in the entire window. Anyway, whatever the page I opened, that is the entire window. For example, create some image. In the action, you read some image. So once you click on submit, automatically that image is opened. So that image is displayed in the window or not. So depending on your requirement, you can select any option. Remember, action is not only a link. You can give any image, whatever it is, you can give. Okay. Now we are moving into method attribute. Now we are moving into method attribute. So method attribute specifies we are passing the data to the server. In what way we are passing that data? We have two types of methods. One is get method. Second one is the post method. What is the difference between these two? First, the get method is simply we are sending the data without any security. Without any security, and at the same time, only limited amount of data can be sent. Limited amount of data in the sense only 2048 characters are sent. whatever the information we are sending, that is visible to all. That is get method. So that is the reason, if you want to send some sensitive information, get method is not used. Then what is the post method? Exactly reverse one. So if you want to send some sensitive information, we are using post. Here there is no limit on the data that we can transfer. If the data is invisible to the users, the data is invisible to the user. Now I will show you. For example, form some action. Actually, this is not required. Here, this one, method is equal to get. Method is equal to get. Simply create one user application input. Type is equal to some text. Input type is equal to anything. Suppose username, password, whatever you want, you can write. Name is equal to some user. Okay, if you want, you can use what are the things? Username is required, password is required. Okay, I will give only those two. Label, username, Bria. Okay, now create one password. First to label, password, some br tag, whatever it is. Input type is equal to password. Name is equal to, suppose, pass. Whatever the name, you can give, that is not a problem. Pass. Now, input type is equal to submit. Save. So here I used get method, and here I am given some username and password. If you want, you can write submit, reset, etc. Now copy the path. Here username, for example, username, password I entered as 1234. Click on submit. Now, here this is the image I have, whatever it is, observe. User is equal to Razu and password, whatever the password I entered secretly, that is visible to you. That is visible to you. Clear? Now, here change the method into post. Save, reload. Here I given back, reload, username Raju. Suppose I entered password 1234. Now submit. Observe here username and password are not visible. Think you got the meaning? That is the difference between get and post method. If you are using get method, whatever the data you are passing, that is visible in the URL. But post method, that information is not at all transferred. Now, finally, this get method and put method are comes under method attribute HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. That means while sending the data to the server, it may send different types of messages. So if the message starts from with 1, for example, 1xx2 up to 199, the server displays some message. All the messages are related to information related message. So if the series is this one, successful message. If the series is this one, redirection message. These are client side message. These are server side messages. For example, 504 error is there. That is the error message. So like this, each and every, it is very difficult. 501, 502 till 599. Multiple number of messages are there. Anything that starts with 5, that is related to server side. Starts with 4, that is related to client side. These are different types of messages that we are getting while passing the data to the server. So this is the concept of forms. This is the concept of forms. Okay. Thank you. That is the end of session. Thank you.